we're back with another bathing suit, which I love. I love the color. I love how it's a little different. And we are here to do another Hot Topics in the Tub video. So I got a lot of ideas, but I think I know which one I'm going to go through. I would like to just stick to one subject at a time. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you like the most. I might start talking about like my philosophies on training, more than just motivation. Like the last one, I talked about hormones and haters. So I would like to know what you guys want to see more of. But before I do that, let me just do a little 360 in the suit. Okay, let me do my favorite pose. Oh, so cute. Hey guys, okay, so the theme for today is going to be feeling overwhelmed. I have had a few people come at me and ask me about what do you do about getting back on the bandwagon and feeling overwhelmed when it comes to like trying to eat healthy again. What do you do when you're feeling overwhelmed about getting back in the gym, whether it's back in the gym or in the gym for the first time ever? So I decided I wanted to talk about this. So I'm going to talk a little bit about vision boards and the whole feeling on how to potentially eliminate that. So, or at least make it a lot less, okay? So I will tell you, when clients first join my program, what I do is I send them an email, it's a voice note, and it's about study tips, because it's very overwhelming to get the amount of information, because I pride myself on being a very education-based program. So I teach people about stuff. So they don't just get a meal plan and a training protocol, they get a lot of material to study, okay? So the best advice that I can give anybody on feeling overwhelmed about anything is lists and reminders are going to be your best friends. Post-its and then setting for success. So I'll give you an example. I had a client that was a realtor, and he would literally leave his house at 5 o'clock in the morning, do cardio. I'm going to give you his whole day. Do cardio, then shower at the gym, eat a meal, come and train with me at my studio at 9 o'clock, go back to that gym, take another shower, and then start his day, have his post-workout meal and start his day. And he had a cooler, which you could use a cooler or a 6-pack backpack, but there were days that he would leave his house at 5 in the morning and he wouldn't get home until like 9 o'clock at night. So he had all his food ready. Now it's in his back seat. And he's super busy, and he's showing 1 million houses. He was a very successful realtor, and he would have reminders set on his phone to go off to remind him to eat. So then I'll give you an example when it comes to me. Every morning at like 5:15, I post a motivational video in my private group, okay? My private groups. So let's just say, and here's where reminders are gonna help you, okay? So let's just say at 5:15, Amir wakes up, okay? And I haven't posted my thing yet. And he wakes up, and now I have to go deal with him. And now it took 10 minutes for me to calm him down, get him back to bed, and now it's 5:25, and I gotta move on to my next thing that I'm normally doing at 5:25. I pride myself on being a woman of my word, and I know that there are people that are relying on that motivational video every morning to get positivity, to hear that, whatever. So my reminder went off at 5:15, but I didn't dismiss it because I had to go attend to Amir. So it just sits there, or it'll go off and I'll snooze it. And then when I do it, that's when I dismiss it, okay? Lists, making lists of things that you have to do and checking them off, putting them in priority, okay? So there are things that I will make lists of. Most of the time it's on my phone, and I'm pointing because this is my calendar, right? But then I'll also make a list because I physically need to see something in my face, and I'll check things off. Like there were a lot of things that I did today, and this is one of them. This is normally not my day where I film the Hot Topics, but I wanted to do this today because I also want to do another one tomorrow. Which so many people have sent me so many questions, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram and Facebook. So I'm probably going to do just a miscellaneous, like an answer questions, but I wanted to keep this one themed in in reference to like the list, okay? So what I do is I check everything off, and then anything that can get done the next day, I move on. And at night, and that here's, we're gonna roll into that next part. At night, I look at what my next day is, what I have planned in my phone, which I know not everybody has the same schedule, right? Like I've trained surgeons, I've trained business owners, I've trained nurses, people that are on call all the time. So I know you can like have a plan and then sometimes it doesn't work out, but at least having a plan, and then if you have to, you like reschedule it. But having a plan is gonna be the best thing for you. And then there are some people that, me, every Monday, my Monday is the same thing. And then sometimes I could squeeze things in, okay? Every Tuesday is the same thing. So if you have your lists, then you check them off at the end of the night, and then the next day you look at the next list. So that being said, that's another thing that I recommend. So if you're trying to reduce anxiety and reduce feeling overwhelmed, every night you want to sit and look at what the next day is. Don't just go to bed and wing the next day. That's what causes anxiety. Like, oh my God, it's like 6 o'clock in the, how do you even know what time you should wake up? Like, of course, if you have to be at work at a certain time, but maybe if you know you have to stay late at work because you looked at your phone or you looked at your meetings and now there's no way for you to get in your workout, maybe you'll wake up a little bit earlier and you'll do a workout at your house. This is where it's going to be about setting for success and looking at lists and planning in advance, okay? Setting for success in reference to food. Do you know how much money you can save and how much better it is for you to prepare your own food? So I don't recommend that clients prepare their food every night for the next day, because that takes up a lot of time. And there are certain people, just like my guy that I gave the example, that gets home at 9 o'clock at night and has to wake up at 5 in the morning. So I would recommend cooking for a few days and then overlapping. When you know you're about to run out of food, that's when you prepare more. If you can prepare every, Friday to get you to Monday, and maybe every Sunday to get you to Saturday, whatever it is, the best thing for you is going to be to save money, save time, save gas, even in the middle of the day when you're at work, like having to call someplace, having to leave and go pick up food, having to give somebody else money to buy a meal that you can make for a fraction of the price. So I highly recommend cooking in advance. Now, there was somebody that asked specifically about that. How do you get back on the healthy bandwagon, right? When you've either been off or you used to be really healthy and then you hit the struggle bus, okay? So the biggest thing here, and now we're going from setting for success and planning the night before to vision boards, okay? I did tackle the actual vision board, and I have them in my room. I have a board for me, both my sons and my man, and then I even have another board on the other side of the room that says goals reached. I have not filled it out yet. Just give me some time. Life's been a little bit crazy. I was sick a couple weeks ago, but whatever. So what I recommend is making vision boards, okay? So the feeling of being overwhelmed is is lowered when you have a plan, okay? And that's what the lists and the reminders and all that other stuff are for. But helping you get back on track, the way to do that is to have a vision, which is why it's called a vision board, right? Like having a purpose. So I'm not talking about in reference to the purpose of like what you were put on this earth for. Like, I believe I was put on this earth to go through all the garbage that I've gone through in my life as a child, my Crohn's, my back, because my superpower is mental strength, which it wasn't. I obviously had a nervous breakdown, so I wasn't very mentally strong then. Which I'm not putting anybody down that ever had a nervous breakdown or ever feels depressed or anything, but I believe that I was put on this earth so that I can get through things and then teach people how to get through them, okay? So, like, that's my purpose. But, like, what's your purpose with your goal? Like, you said that you want to get back on the healthy bandwagon. Why? Do you want to lose 30 pounds? Do you want to lose 100 pounds? Whatever it is, there needs to be a vision and there needs to be the goal, but the most important part is going to be the why and the how will life be different. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I want to lose weight because I'm out of breath because I was playing with my daughter the other day and she was running circles around me. I couldn't finish playing with her. She started hysterical crying and that broke my heart. Like, that's partly like an example that I would give. Like, I don't eat bad food because it will make me physically ill, and then I'll be in the hospital, and then I'll have stomach pains if I'm not in the hospital, and then I won't be able to play with my kids and make memories. And to me, that's the most important thing, is being able to make memories with my kids as I get older. Partly because I don't really have a lot of memories of my own, good ones for that matter. So we all want to create this life of either, like, if we had something great, we want it to be even better for our future or kids or whatnot. Or if it wasn't so great, we don't want to pass down the same thing onto them. But getting back to the whole like goals and why. So when you are when you're trying to get back on track with like eating healthy and getting into the gym and all that other stuff, when you remember what the why is, and then how will life be different, it is a lot, and I hate to even use this word, but it is a lot easier to stay on track when you have those other two. It's not just that you want to lose 30 pounds. Why do you want to? What's the purpose? What's the point, okay? Music and energy, and that's gonna lead into the person that asked me about feeling overwhelmed when it comes to like getting into the gym, okay? Like, I believe in, you know, if you want to get yourself set for success, if you want to get your workouts done, if you want to, you know, make a vision board, put on music, enjoy the process. You know, food prep doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm food prepping, it's exhausting, I don't want to do it. It's an opportunity for you to listen to a comedy or watch a movie on your phone while you're getting your food prepped, and, you know, hang out with your kids and color in between while the food's in the oven, because you don't have to stand there staring at it while it's cooking. The most tedious part is like packing it all up, okay? So getting back to the whole, like the feeling of overwhelmed and the purpose and whatnot, and then leading into what I was talking about with the person that wants to get into the gym and feels overwhelmed. So a lot of people are nervous about going into the gym, whether it's they're getting back into it or they've never walked in a gym to begin with. I would probably say that a high percentage of people that are in the gym feel the exact same way that you do. So you're sitting there self-conscious about walking into the gym, and you're worried that that woman over there with the hat on that's working out, that's looking at you like this, is looking at you. And now you feel all self-conscious, when not 10 times out of 10, she's looking at you because she's wondering if you're looking at her. So I would say the best thing that you could do would be to get headphones. I'm old school, so I have an iPod because I don't like having to even look at my phone. We're human, curious by nature. I don't want to know if a notification came up. I just want to have my time, which that's another thing. People need to learn how to, like, obviously if you're somebody that's on call, you can't not have your phone on, but if you're not somebody that's like on call and you're trying to get in a workout, like, silence your phone. Put on music if you're in your house, put on headphones, iPod, or put some kind of mode on your phone where all you can hear is the music and you don't get notified by anything else. And just get in the gym. If you're somebody that likes wearing hats, hat down, headphones in, don't talk to anybody, and the 4 agreements. I'm a huge fan of the 4 agreements. One of them is be impeccable to your word. So I say if I'm going to post a motivational video every morning, I'm going to post one. But also don't make assumptions and don't take things personal. So like if somebody's looking at you, don't take it personal or think that they're looking at you because they're making fun of you, and don't assume that they're talking about you. Again, they're probably very self-conscious about themselves. So that is probably the best advice I can give to somebody about the gym. And then I'm going to kind of like just quickly touch up on this. I had a client, or I have a client. This person has an aggressive weight loss goal, but not 100 pounds. But I'm just going to use the 100 as an example. Let's just say if you have a 100-pound weight loss goal, right? And this has to do with my vision board. If you have a 100-pound weight loss goal, it is very overwhelming mentally and physically to think I have 100 pounds to lose. Or even I want to make X amount of money by the end of the year. It's March. You want to make that amount of money by the end of the year, which is in December, which is many months away. It's very overwhelming. So you have to give yourself little mini goals, okay? So it's not about the 100 pounds, it's about the first 20. It's about the first 10. It's about getting through the first week. It's about getting through the first 24 hours, staying on track and getting in the gym. Those are the little mini milestones. So when you make your vision board, and this is the reason why on the other side of the room, I have that goals reached, because you have to give yourself little goals. So let's just say, if I was to say, I want to get to this place by, it's April 4th right now, today, okay? If I want to do this by the end of April, I only have a couple weeks of looking at it on that board. And then I'm going to pull that Post-it off and put it onto my goals reached. Now, and then I make a new goal, right? Now I am looking at where I'm going, and I'm looking at how far I've come. So it is so important. Like, I have 100 pounds that I want to lose. That's at the bottom. I have 50. I have 20. Whatever it is. So the feeling of being overwhelmed, you have to do things in pieces. Each night, set up for the next day. Setting for success. That reduces anxiety and the feeling of being overwhelmed, and even helps with time management. Okay, I did a video on that like 10 years ago, but this is a better one. So I hope that this helps somebody. I encourage you to make a vision board. I will be making an updated one once I fill it all out, and I will show you guys, but I encourage you to do that. I hope that somebody watches this video and takes a tip or two from here, and maybe within the next 24 to 48 hours feels just that much more clear-minded, where they feel like they have a vision, have a purpose, and they can get their ish together. So I hope this helps. Please leave your comments below. Leave me more questions. I will probably end up filming tomorrow, so any questions on here I might not answer until the next one, but I am gonna probably film soon and do like just a Q&A from past videos and Facebook. So keep an eye out for that one. I am going to be updating my plan, so I will probably be doing another try-on haul and eating, I don't know, 7,000 calories or 6,500, we'll see. So I hope you guys like the suit. I hope you guys like the subject. And I am starving, so I am going to eat, and I will see you guys later.